Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Monday Night Sports Talk. We got Ali, Jack, and myself giving you guys the most up-to-date news on the New York Jets. You guys know the drill. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. And we got a lot to talk about. We actually have breaking NFL news. Dak Prescott signs a 4-year, $160 million deal. And anybody that's following the NFL knows that this is a big deal because Dak Prescott has been waiting for this for a long time. And yes, I am not in my traditional studio right now. Bear with me. My room is getting redone, so I'm in my guest room for the time being. But yeah, with that being said, Ali, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good, bro. How you guys doing?
We're doing well. We got a lot to talk about, but at the same time, not really, because last time we talked together, there hasn't been too much change in Jets land. Jack, how you doing tonight?
Chilling, man. I'm ready to get to it. Like you said, not much on the horizon. We're just going to be doing a bunch of speculation tonight and talking to you guys in the chat. So yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah, man. So let's talk about this Dak Prescott news. This is definitely a really big deal. Like I said, for the NFL, there was some speculation saying, yo, what if the Dallas Cowboys don't franchise tag him? What if he hits the open market? Or what if he goes somewhere else? But all the speculation thrown out the door, and Dak Prescott is now a long-term Dallas Cowboy. So, Jack, what's your initial reaction when you heard the news 5 minutes ago?
Hyped for Dak. I feel like this deal should have gotten done a while ago. I feel like it shouldn't have taken this long. I think he's a great player. But now it's definitely crunch time. Is he now he's got to show that he's worth this big money. I mean, $40 million a year is a lot of money. For anybody. So, I'm super hyped for Dak, but now it's definitely time to prove that he's worth it. I think he is worth it. I think he's totally a franchise guy worthy of getting paid that kind of money. Before he got hurt this year, he was putting up crazy numbers. I think he's been overall a good quarterback. More than a good quarterback. Maybe not a great quarterback, but I think he's been a very good quarterback for Dallas throughout his career.
I got some breaking news. Not to interrupt you, but the Jets have tagged Marcus Maye.
Yes. I literally have. I had this on the bottom because of Marcus Maye. Breaking news. Wait, I don't believe Ali. I'm checking myself.
I'm not fake news, bro.
I'm kidding. I believe you. But I want to see it. I want to see someone. Who did it? Who reported it? I don't see it. Where is it?
Schefter did.
Adam Schefter did?
Yeah.
Come on, Schefter. Man. Why are you not popping up on my feed?
He don't like you, bro.
Yeah, what the? Yes, let's go. Woo, good decision. I gotta change the title of the video now that Marcus Maye's franchise tag. That's breaking news. That's a good sign. So, all right, let's change this Dak Prescott scenario. Marcus Maye.
Let's go, man.
Franchise tag. So what's your guys? What's your reaction on this?
Now we got some things to talk about. I mean, you're getting the raw reaction, guys.
Yeah, literally.
Like this is like the raw reaction. So I mean, yeah, let's get it. This is what we were hoping for. I don't. What's the franchise tag? 10.1, 10.2 million or something like that.
Yeah, for him.
And that's like around where I think we should be paying him anyway. So I think that's fantastic. I hope he's happy. I think he will be. But yeah, the fact that we got him locked up is fantastic because we can't say it enough how much we need him. to help teach this young secondary and to just be an anchor for our defense. So you know what? Totally hyped. We've been talking about this for a while now. I know everybody in the chat's hyped. You can't really have anything negative to say about a situation like this, honestly. I think this is just a great move for the Jets. I think it's a good move for Marcus Maye. It's awesome for us. This is what we've been wanting for a while. And yeah, man, totally hyped about that. Let's get it.
I am totally hyped myself.
Pieces of good news in a row.
I'm currently changing the title of the video to Marcus Maye being franchise tagged.
The Jets finally have someone to tag. I mean, the last guy we tagged is Nick Folk, so at least we got a star player on this team in a very good position getting tagged. And, I'm so happy for him. I'm happy that we kept a guy in a safety and we don't have to go to this Jamal Adams drama once again. And a lot of people were fearing that after his manager, his agent posted that the Jets are not doing it correctly or whatever it is. So, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for the Jets secondary. I'm happy for Robert Salah. It's awesome to have him on the defense.
Yeah, man, you couldn't have said it better myself as I'm changing the whole thumbnail and everything about this video. Let's go. Breaking news, Marcus Maye franchise tag by the New York Jets. So what this does for the Jets is huge because I was nervous seeing the agent just completely go on Twitter. It kind of got me nervous. Like, what the hell's going on? Like, why is he calling out Joe Douglas and everything about, not taking care of their franchise guy who's been their team MVP, who's been their best player. He's homegrown talent and everything about him is just phenomenal. So I really got worried. And what this tells us is that the Jets are serious and they're a man of the word. Joe Douglas said in his press conference last week, and we're going to get into that as well, that they're currently working on making sure Marcus Maye here is long-term. And that's a big deal because this is the guy that you cannot let walk out the door. And I think every single Jets fan knows that, especially with what happened last year with Robbie Anderson. Marcus Maye is easily the best player on defense last year in terms of leadership. You can make the argument Quinn Williams is right up there, but when it comes to leadership and a guy that we drafted ourselves, a guy that's developed into a top position, I wouldn't say he's top 5 safeties in the NFL, but he's definitely top 10. And I think that he is also a guy that can solidify the fourth quarter crunch time minutes. And Robert Saleh in the press conference, he said that, I know he doesn't play cornerback, but he said the big quality you need in a cornerback is that one-on-one situation late in the game. And that really made me think of Marcus Maye. And no, Marcus Maye is not a cornerback. He's not going to be going one-on-one late in games on the outside, but Marcus Maye comes up in the clutch a ton. And we sucked last year. Marcus Maye still came up big time for the Jets. Even 2 years ago, that game-winning play against the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'll never forget that play. He contorted his body, used his left hand and deflected the ball. It was an amazing play in the back of the end zone. He's just a guy that you needed to franchise tag. And this probably means that they're going to get a deal for the long term. But if it's not the case, then okay, I'm down to have Marcus Maye for 1 year, and I'm down to see what happens next year. And the Denver Broncos just tagged Justin Simmons, who's another top safety. So I think it's breaking news that Jets fans can finally get around and finally be happy about. So I'm very satisfied. I'm very happy right now because I was very worried. I don't know about you guys. I was very worried that this wasn't going to happen just because I was scarred of last year. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, this is huge, man. This is what we all wanted, and it proves that Joe Douglas is a man of his word, like you just said, Rich. He said that Marcus Maye was going to be a priority, and here we are. So this is great.
Everybody hit that thumbs up button if you are pumped up for Marcus Maye being franchise tagged by the New York Jets, which solidifies him on the roster in 2021. We get another year of Marcus Maye. And like I said, this can mean that we're going to be trying to lock him up long term. And this also means that our secondary just got a whole lot better, even though there's no difference. Marcus Maye has been on the Jets for the past 4 years, or whatever it was. But it was a big hole that they had to fill if they let him walk out the door, because we have Ashtyn Davis, who was a rookie last year and didn't really show anything that we can say, okay, that guy's going to be a stud. I think that every Jets fan thinks that there's potential there, but, he was injured a lot. He showed some flashes. He got burned. We didn't get a full sample size of what Ashtyn Davis really can be. So for the Jets to actually franchise tag Marcus Maye, I think that is just a phenomenal job from Joe Douglas, and that's the beginning of the Jets offseason because free agency starts next week.
I mean, I was gonna mention, man. Like I said, the Jets haven't used a franchise tag since Nick Folk in 2014, but 2 weeks later, they came to a long-term agreement with Nick Folk. It's possible that they just wanted to do the franchise tag, but then they come back again to Marcus May's agent and is like, let's have a long-term deal. Maybe they have a deadline. They want to keep him, obviously, by franchise tagging him, but there could be development in a long-term deal in the upcoming weeks because that's a guy. He's a young playmaker, like you guys said. He's a big-time secondary player that this team needs. And he's gonna teach all these young guys that are gonna come in free agency to the draft or whatever it is. So, I do trust Doug Douglas. He stuck with his word. This is a completely different scenario from Jamal Adams. He just didn't want to be here. Marcus May said he wanted to be here. I mean, he literally said after the season he wanted to be here, and and it was mutual both ways. So, I'm happy for the Jets. I'm happy for the fans. We finally got some news, and then we got one more week until craziness starts. So, this is a start.
It's funny too because going into this live stream, I had a whole topic saying that tomorrow is the deadline for the franchise tag at 4 p.m. And I was watching NFL Live and I heard Schefter say that, and I'm like, tomorrow's the deadline, and Marcus May is not franchise tagged yet. I don't like the sound of that. I see Justin Simmons getting tagged, and of course, Jets fan pure anxiety, which is completely okay because we are functioned this way. I'm like, yo, what if we don't franchise tag him, and what if we let him hit the open market? What if he goes all the way to another team? But Jack, what do you think this means for the Jets secondary? And do you think that Marcus May, do you think he is in his prime right now? Do you think he can get better? Or just what do you think Marcus May can do under Robert Saleh, at least?
Yeah, I mean, that's something I'm super excited to see. Is Marcus May with a new coaching staff and a defensive minded head coach, but I don't really think about that when I think of Robert Saleh. I mean, I know we haven't really seen much yet, but we kind of view him as more like the team leader. I mean, he said he won't be calling defensive plays and stuff like that. But I feel like the fact that Robert Saleh is the leader of this team now is probably just going to make Marcus May even better, honestly. I mean, that's all of our hopes, at least. And I feel like this is definitely, without a doubt, going to help guys like, Ashton Davis and all these other young guys that we have in the secondary, because that's probably one of the most inexperienced position groups on our team. So, having a guy like Marcus May locked up is just going to be crucial for the development of these young guys. Even the corners, even Bryce Hall as well. I mean, Marcus May is just going to be a great voice in that locker room, and he's I feel like players can look at it one way. I guess everybody has their own view on it, but I feel like a franchise tag, I mean, it shows that the Jets like, all right, you're the best player on our team. Like, we think you're the best player on our team. Like, we want you. We want to lock you up. And like Ali said, like I wouldn't be surprised if maybe a deal was eventually made with Marcus May, because just because you franchise tag somebody doesn't mean that that's the deal that's like firmly in place. Like Ali said, we came to, even though it's Nick Folk and it's pathetic that was the last person we franchise tagged, we did reach an agreement with Nick Folk after franchise tagging him. So I think that no matter how you slice it, this is just a super positive thing. Great for the secondary, great for the team overall. And I think good for Marcus May because like you said, Rich, he's homegrown talent. He's been in New York his whole career. I think ideally for him, if he could get paid what he wants to get paid and stay in New York, I think that's what he would probably want to do. I mean, that's probably what I would want to do. But yeah, I just think no matter how you slice it, I think it's just a great thing.
For sure, man. I remember a month or two ago, Ashton Davis was live playing Call of Duty. And I was in the Twitch live stream and I asked him a question and he was answering anybody. There's only like 30 people in there. And I'm like, yo, Ashton, what has Marcus May done for you in your rookie season? And he saw my comment. He's like, hey, yo, Richie, good question. And then he just talked about Marcus May for 5 minutes. And that tells you right there how much of an impact Marcus May has to these young guys. And I feel like Marcus May's ability to be a leader just happened gradually. It happened so on accident, if that makes sense. Like, it just, everything fell into place and all of a sudden Jamal Adams gets traded. and CJ Mosley's out for the entire year. Again, he opts out. Marcus Maye had to step up, and he needs to be the captain, needs to be the leader, and that wasn't his role on this team until this year, and he was thrown into it, and he's kind of a lead by example type of guy. He's not a vocal leader like a Jamal Adams guy was. Obviously he wasn't the best leader because he's very selfish, Jamal, but Jamal was out there. Jamal was just like, Marcus was very to himself, and he leads by example, and he puts in the work, and that's how people gravitate towards him. But now Marcus Maye was thrown into the role, and for Ashton Davis to say how much that Marcus taught him, the system of Greg Williams, the ability to understand the NFL because you're going up against complex offenses. So it was just awesome to hear Ashton Davis answer a question that I had for him, and he didn't just be like, Marcus Maye helped me out a lot my rookie season, and he stopped. Like, he went on for 5 minutes, he told stories, and that tells you how much of an impact Marcus Maye has to these young guys. And I definitely feel like Joe Douglas understands that he needs to go out there and get more safety depth. I feel like we're going to sign somebody or we're going to draft another safety. And I think that Marcus Maye coming back here is a really good sign. And I feel like Jets fans have a lot to be excited about because we were worried. Last year, Robbie Anderson scarred us. We all thought that he's going to be back. We all thought, fan favorite. He's a really good guy off the field. And we saw him sign with the Carolina Panthers, and it really hurt us. And now Marcus Maye, we back. I think that he's going to thrive under Robert Saleh. So this is just the beginning. This is the first move of many for the Jets offseason. The Jets free agency officially begins next week, a week from this Wednesday, and all frenzy is going to break loose. We're going to be signing a lot of players that nobody expects, and we're not going to be signing a lot of players that everybody wants. That's what I'm going to say. I see everybody on Jets Twitter, Jets are going to sign Thuney, Robinson, Every single year, it's the same thing. I'm not even kidding. Ever since Joe Douglas took over, we're all going for the top fish. We're like, I want this guy. That's worth the most money. Joe Douglas is not going to do that because in his press conference, which we will discuss, he said that he wants to build this thing through the draft, because that's how you build a sustainable winner. That's how you compete for the Super Bowls year in and year out. You don't take the short route. You don't go all in on one player in free agency and throw a house at them. That doesn't mean that you can't go out in free agency and, find talent. But I think Joe Douglas's philosophy is, spread out the wealth in free agency, get, the tier B type of guys, bring in depth, and then really dive in and try to hit on your draft picks. So that's what's going to make or break Joe Douglas's, career as a Jets general manager, obviously this season, because he has a really interesting decision. And that is the quarterback spot, which we're going to get into as well. The New York Jets are all over the place on national media. ESPN we are the topic of the NFL offseason. And that's because we are in a crazy situation. So many of my friends, my family members that are non-Jets fans keep reminding me, I don't think you understand how unique of a spot the New York Jets are in. And as a Jets fan, I'm just like, we're all just in it. And we're just like, yeah, what are they going to do? But on the outside perspective, non-Jets fans, they're looking at the Jets saying like, whew, that's a tough decision. What are they going to do? There's never been the 2018 draft, we all knew we were drafting a quarterback. We went up to the third pick. We traded up, and it was just a matter of who's it going to be. Is it going to be Baker? Is it going to be Josh Allen? Is it going to be Sam? That wasn't that much of a decision. Now we have so many options. We can trade that pick down, build around Sam. We can stay with that pick, draft Zach Wilson, or draft Justin Fields. Or we can trade back and draft the quarterback, Mac Jones, Trey Lance, or even Justin Fields and Zach Wilson if they fall in the draft. Or we can just trade the house for Deshaun Watson. I mean, it's crazy how much options there are with what the Jets can do with this quarterback. But I'm just going on a tangent right now because this Jets offseason is officially going to start next week, and I'm really excited. It's been a long, dry offseason, and we got a lot to talk about because there's so much speculation. The Jets are second in cap space and expect that number to rise because I think they're going to do a lot more cuts. We saw Henry Anderson get cut, and I feel like there's going to be a lot more. So, shout out to everybody in the chat tuning in. We got over 100 people. If you guys are excited that Marcus Maye is franchise tagged, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to Jets Media, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. So everybody in the chat, let me know your thoughts on Marcus Maye getting tagged, if you're happy or not, as we get into the next topic, which is, I don't know, I feel like I kind of want to talk about Marcus Maye. I don't know about you guys.
Somebody in the chat just made a good point. Said, why isn't anyone talking about Jacksonville? LOL. It's so true. They have more cap than us. The first overall pick, the 25th pick. But nobody cares about them. They have 5 fans. So like, I don't know. It's just like you really see how the Jets just have such an enormous fan base and such a reach, coming off of a 2-14 season. You know, I don't know. It's just like it's very interesting to see everybody tweeting about the Jets, and I turn on First Take and they're talking about the Jets like every day,
Exactly.
and it's just like I'm like not used to it, but it's like you'd think we would be like a good team, but like we're not at all. I mean, we have the potential to be, but I don't know. It just goes to show you that like people are just changing their thoughts about how they feel about the Jets already. You know, Salah came to New York, and all of a sudden people are like changing what they say about the Jets on national media. I don't know. I just really hope we win some games, man, because if we don't, like, it's gonna be terrible.
It's just right now, like what people are seeing for this organization is when Adam Gase was the head coach, and Doel Loggins was our offensive coordinator, no one took us seriously. Everyone knew it was easy W for the other team. Literally, that's what it was. People were betting against us. That was like the bet that people. One of my friends, he does like a full season betting for each game and which one is an upset or whatever it is. He picked the Jets to lose every game. That's what he did, and he won bank. He made so much money off of that, and no one really thought this team would go anywhere. And Jets fans knew that, and we wasted 2 years of our lives watching Adam Gase football. And now we have a coach that's respectable. You're bringing LaFleur, who's been under Shanahan, who's probably a wizard in this league, and the Jets just have a football-minded guys in the organization. There's a lot of hype with this team. Woody Johnson tweeting out every day like 10 new videos. Salah cranking up in this press conference. Like everyone hyping up. Mekhi Becton tweeting out every single day about something new about the Jets. I mean, that's stuff that the Jets fans are loving. That's what fans are loving outside the New York Jets in New York. No one cares about Jacksonville. No one gives a crap about who plays in Jacksonville because they also wreck quarterbacks. We don't know if Trevor Lawrence will be that star quarterback. They could ruin him too. You never know. And I know they have cap space as well, but it's Jacksonville. New York at least has a market. New York is New York and will always be New York. I mean, the Knicks changed it this year. If you can take like the Knicks change it up, they got an all-star player and playing this past weekend. I mean, it's anything could happen overnight. It could change this season. It could change 2 seasons. It could change after 3 seasons. We have absolutely no idea. But how this team is looking, it looks really good from the outside, and hopefully we can build it. Obviously, we always look good in the offseason, and that's our thing. So we'll see how it plays out in September.
Yeah, man, we still got a long way to go in terms of who the hell we're signing, who's going to be our quarterback in the draft. But, I always bring up the Knicks, and I'm glad you did too, Ali, because it really is true. Because coaching matters. Because, listen, the New York Knicks had a very similar roster last year than they do this year. They fired David Fizdale. They bring in Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau with the most identical roster the last year, besides the couple rookies, he has them as a playoff team. And the Jets, they're not going to have a very similar roster next year. There's going to be a lot of new players in here, potentially a new quarterback, and that's a big deal. So a brand new coaching staff, the value behind that, I don't think we understand the value of having a competent coaching staff. And granted, we don't know what Robert Saleh is going to be like. We hope that he is something that we can expect to be a top line coach down the line. I don't think we can expect him to be, top of the line coach right off the bat. We have to realize he's a rookie and he's never been a head coach in his life. But the reason why we've been so terrible the past couple of years, the past 2 years, is Adam Gase and his coaching staff. You got to really realize that without coaching in this NFL league, you're not going to be able to win. You're not going to be able to compete with these other coaches. If you don't have a proper game plan, if you do not have every single week, preparing your guys, being articulate, being personable, being a coach that can relate to the players off the field, on and off the field, understanding them, being a good relationship with them, care about them as a person, care about them like their families. There's a lot that goes on with coaching. And I feel like this Jets team is positioned themselves to have competent coaching. And I'm really excited that we have a guy that the Jets fans are all behind, because we know 2 years ago when we hired Gase, I think 98% of Jets fans knew it was a mistake. And then we all had to talk ourselves into supporting him because we had no other choice other than say, okay, Gase, prove us wrong. And he proved us all right in the end, as we know. But I think that it's going to be a really fun ride with the Jets. I think that we're going to be very active in next week. We're going to sign a lot of players. And again, I'm going to warn everybody, we're going to sign a lot of players that we're not going to be fans of right away, because we're going to sign players we didn't expect. That's basically what I mean by that. We're going to sign someone for a contract. We're going to be like, why do we do that? I don't get it. Because Joe Douglas, he's not going for the top tier guys that's looking for $15+ million per year. I think that he's going to break the bank on one player. If he does, that's an offensive lineman or defensive lineman. I do not think he's going to break the bank for Allen Robinson, even though he keeps tweeting and liking every single Jets correlated tweet. I just don't see Joe Douglas spending a lot of money at that position. But that's my opinion. I could be totally wrong, but I'm just speculating, and I'm just basing off of Joe Douglas's words himself. We are a team that wants to build this thing through the draft. And how you do that is by hitting on your picks, and you save your money. Because listen, if we do build through the draft, right? Last year's draft class with Mackay, Denzel, LaMichael Pirine maybe, and all these rookie people in their sophomore season, say they take a jump. And then in year 3, like, listen, I'm thinking forward right now. I'm thinking long-term in the future. This is how you build through the draft. You have to give them time to develop. And then say, 2 or 3 years from now, all of our rookies and all the draft picks that we have, we develop it into a core, and we still have cap space because we did not go crazy in free agency up until that moment. That's when you spend big. And that's what Joe Douglas is waiting for, in my opinion. I feel like he understands that this team is far away from being a Super Bowl contender. And listen, there's only one reason why we play football. Well, we don't play. There's only one reason why the New York Jets, go on the football field, and that's to win a Super Bowl championship. You know what I mean? They want to get that trophy. They want the Lombardi. And that's not going to happen by going out there in free agency and spending without a young core in place. I feel like Joe Douglas's mindset, he has a long-term vision, and he's going to try to build this thing to the draft, and he's going to have 3 or 4 drafts underneath his belt before he goes crazy in free agency. And I feel like he understands that if I spend now in free agency and sign 3 players for a lot of money, I'm not going to be able to sign a lot of people down the line when we're 1 or 2 pieces away from a Super Bowl. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I think his vision is. Again, I can be totally wrong, but what do you guys think of Joe Douglas's vision for the future in terms of how he's going to approach this offseason?
Well, I mean, you go.
No. Please.
I was going to say, man, I don't think we know. I know where he's thinking long term. He's looking at saving. I know that. But we've only seen one offseason from him. And in free agency last year, I didn't see any guys that I would want to overspend for. There wasn't many free agents that I was like, oh, I want him back. I want this guy on my team. There was not many free agents. This offseason a little bit different. I feel like there's a lot of talent at wide receiver, which we need, offensive lineman, which we need, cornerback, which we need. I mean, it's also a new head coach coming in. Obviously, he's going to bring some of his guys. I think Richard Sherman's 100% coming here. I have no doubt in my mind. But the thing is, I do think he's not going to overspend like you guys are saying. I personally don't think. I want Allen Robinson. I know you guys know I love Allen Robinson, and I wanted him or Galladay to come on this team. But I don't know if they're going to spend that much money unless they really, really want to come here, and they'll take lesser money to play with whoever's at quarterback this year. But I don't think they're going to spend money, but they will spend a decent amount of money. I truly believe that. I think last year was just him just trying to save up for this season, for a new head coach, for a new team, so he can build and save some money. So I think, he's not going to go all out, like how fans are thinking he'll go all out, but he will spend money where it's necessary. Guys that can make an impact as soon as they come on this team. Joe Thuney is a guy. Joe Thuney, he was going after last offseason, but then the Patriots franchise tagged him, and then that was over. Now he's a free agent, and now he's available. He can take him, and he should go full force and get that guy. whoever's at quarterback needs the protection. He protects your quarterback. And, getting Makai in there, that's a good start, to build this offensive line and, develop this into a competitive offense. So I think he will in some categories, especially offensive lineman, wide receiver, maybe get a running back, get a corner, maybe look at an edge rusher, all these positions he will look at and look at all the options and put an offer down. And we know how stubborn he is. He gets the job done if he wants a guy. And he will have an offer down and get his guys because, look, I do trust Joe Douglas. I think he's going to bring some competitive players in here who want to work, who want to play for this Jets team. And, I think he's going to go all out.
Yeah, man. I think another thing of Joe Douglas's mindset and Robert Saleh that we have to put in consideration is they're looking for guys with high character, how they are as a person on and off the field. And that's a big component of the type of culture they're trying to build here. And, that C word culture has been thrown around with New York Jets for a long time of, oh, the culture's changing. That's what we hope for. And that's basically the goal. Because when you have that culture established, then that's when you become a competitor year in and year out. And Joe Douglas is not going to go for the talent. He's going to go for the talent / character. And when what you mean by a high character guy is a relentless worker, somebody that hates to lose more than they love to win. That's what Joe Douglas said himself. Somebody that is a good, genuine person who's a good teammate, good person in the locker room. There's a lot that goes into it. And I think that that's a big part of the evaluation in the draft and the free agency. And I agree with you, Ali. We went over this last couple episodes here. I do think Richard Sherman will be a New York Jet for multiple reasons. And I don't think that they're going to sign him for the purpose to be on the field and, get 7 interceptions like he did in his prime. That's not what they're getting him for. They're getting him to be another coach on this team. They're getting him to be a guy that can be in the ears of Bryce Hall, be in the ears of the young secondary. We're definitely drafting a rookie cornerback and somebody that can instill Robert Saleh's system because he came from Robert Saleh and from the 49ers. He understands the system better than anybody else. He's an intellectual guy. He's extremely intelligent. And if there's anybody that wants to be a leader on the defense of that veteran, it's Richard Sherman. We're not going to sign him and expect him to be a guy to be out there every single snap and locking down the top receiver. Like, even if Sherman goes out there and he's injured, he still brings value because he's on the sidelines coaching up some players. And I don't think you guys understand the value of having a veteran presence teach up the young guys. So that's why I think Richard Sherman's going to be here. But, yeah, that's just my take. So, Jack, what's your thoughts on how you think Joe Douglas is going to, go about this offseason? Just piggyback on whatever me and Ali said.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to, do it in a typical Joe Douglas fashion from what we've seen so far. I don't think we're at a point yet as an organization to be spending money for like the tier A free agents, except, I totally agree with you, Rich. I think if anybody deserves a lot of money, it's going to be a guy like Thuney, because offensive line is the most important position group on the whole team besides the quarterback. So if we're going to spend any money, I'd like it to be there for sure. But yeah, I expect him to, it's not going to be a super sexy offseason. There's not going to be a lot of signings that, big names and stuff like that. But, more like the tier B guys who are still going to come and contribute. But, this team needs a lot of work, and it's not going to happen right away. And this is going to be a big test of a year for Joe Douglas this offseason, his second, offseason as GM of this team. So, I think that he's just going to handle it how he handled last offseason. He knows the value of really hitting on your draft picks. And I think besides maybe 1 or 2 picks, I think he had a very solid draft last year. And I really hope he's going to do the same thing this year. I mean, we have a crazy amount of picks. I still think that, we might get another first round pick in there, a late first rounder for Sam Darnold. From the New Orleans Saints, who are in cap hell and have no other way of acquiring a quarterback. So, I feel like that's something that could definitely be a possibility. So, I mean, this is going to be a test for Joe Douglas because not many GMs find themselves in such a crazy position like he's in. I mean, with the amount of draft picks we got and, the second most cap space in all of the league. So it's a beautiful position to find yourself in if you're a GM. So I hope he can hit on it, man. I really think he can. I think he hit on the first draft. I think he hit on the whole first offseason of his tenure as GM pretty spot on. Like I said, besides a few flubs here and there, I still don't understand the James Morgan pick. I think we could have gotten a much better player with a fourth round pick. But like I said, it's not perfect, but this year is going to be a huge test. And I hope he nails it, man. And I think he will.
Yeah, man. And he keeps saying he wants to build through the draft, and that means you got to hit on your draft picks. And I think we can all agree that we're fans of his first NFL draft for the New York Jets last year. Obviously, the James Morgan pick is going to be something that we're going to have our eyes on for the next couple of years, because that draft pick tells us that he's supposed to be our long-term answer at that backup. And we don't know if he's going to be. We don't know what the hell he's going to do. So we'll see about that. And I'm just so curious to see Joe Douglas's approach. And I guarantee he's trading back 2 times minimum in this draft. He says he wants to build through the draft. Well, you're going to build through the draft by getting as much draft capital as possible. That's what it comes down to with Joe Douglas. We saw what he did last year in the second round. We had the 48th pick in the second round. Every single Jets fan wanted Denzel Mims. He's on the board. He trades the pick down for an extra third-round pick, moves down like 11 or so picks, and he still manages to get Denzel Mims. So expect Joe Douglas to trade down minimum of 2 times, because he traded down twice last year. So I think he's going to do the same thing. I think he wants to get as much draft picks, ammunition, even like 5th, 6th, 7th rounders are valuable in Joe Douglas's mind, because you can get really quality depth players. You can bolster your good positions. You can draft a interior defensive lineman in the 7th round. You never know what can happen, because he's going to be behind Quinnen, Foley, all those guys. And we got Robert Saleh, who's going to be absolutely a dog. But listen, I think this Jets offseason is the most as unique it could be. I think a lot of people keep saying that this is the most important Jets offseason in a long time. And then people say, oh, we say that every single offseason. This is the most important one of the year. This is the most important year of the franchise history. Well, man, this is definitely it, because the quarterback position is so up in the air, because every single Jets fan doesn't know what they want. I saw a tweet today that I agreed with. Justin Gray, everyone that's on Jets Twitter knows him. He said, if the Jets keep Sam Darnold, I'm good. If the Jets draft Zach Wilson, I'm good. If the Jets draft Justin Fields, I'm good. Basically, every scenario, I'm good. And I agree with that. And that does not mean I'm just going to agree with whatever they say. That genuinely, me personally, I looked at every single scenario and I said, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. It's not like I'm just sitting back and like, all right, whatever they think is good is good. I think that any scenario, there's positives to it that I can get behind. So that's how I'm looking at it. So let's get into a mock draft. Hold on, Jack is there. You are. There you are, Jack.
I don't know what just happened. My bad.
No, you're good. So I want to do we're going to do a mock draft now. So we're going to do just the first round. We're going to do a lot of different scenarios, because why not? Let's see. Yeah, so I got to exit this. Mock drafts. Let's do it. Start mock draft. All right, hold on, guys. I'm going to share the screen. Mock draft. There we are. Beautiful mock draft. All right. So we are going to be the Jets. So first we're going to do the first round and see how it goes. All right. So the first pick is Trevor Lawrence. Wow. I can't believe it. Can you guys believe that the first pick was Trevor Lawrence? So everybody in the chat, let's do this together. Who do you guys want to draft 2nd overall? Right now, if you are Joe Douglas, number 1 is Trevor Lawrence. Number 2, these are the players on the board. We got Sewell, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Jamar Chase. We got Melvin Kiper's pick, Kyle Pitts at number 2, if we want to take him. So everybody in the chat, let us know who you want. Fields, Wilson, Fields, Wilson, Fields, Wilson. So it's basically, it's literally this is crazy. This is what, we have 2 quarterbacks on the board, and Jets fans are divided. We're divided. half of us wants Fields, half of us wants Wilson. Another small percentage wants to trade down. And it's just like, it's crazy. So let's see. Who's in the... Someone wants Sewell, Wilson, keep Donald, draft a kicker. All right, so Ali, we'll start with you. Who are you taking at number 2?
I'm taking Zach Wilson.
Okay.
I'm taking Zach Wilson. I mean, I feel like he's just, I don't know, man. It's tough. I think he's a good fit for the Jets. I think he's a playmaker. I think he has the arm strength. I think he has the decision making. Obviously he reminds a lot of people of Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes type deal, and I think the Jets will like him a lot. And all the film that I've seen, obviously the competition is not there or whatever, but it has to be the pick, man. I will not be mad at Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields has all the talent in the world as well, with his arm strength, his decision making and stuff like that too. But I think it's going to be a hard decision, and I think Zach Wilson might be the guy for there.
Yeah, I agree. I think Zach Wilson's the popular answer. I think that if you turn on, especially in the national NFL media, some people like Chris Sims have Zach Wilson above Trevor Lawrence, which is absolutely wild. Chris Sims he was right on Patrick Mahomes. He was on the money in the 2018 draft. And who knows if he's right about this. So we're going to try to go into each different scenario, right? So we're going to do a draft pick where we take Zach Wilson, and then we're going to see who we take at 23. And then we're going to do one about Justin Fields and see who fits up well with Justin Fields. I don't think we can do a trade. Let me see if we can. Yeah, you got to pay for that, which is whack. I want to do some trades. Why can't you let me do trades? All right, so we're going to draft Zach Wilson at number 2. As my friend is FaceTiming me. He doesn't know that I'm live. Come on, bro.
It's got to be Paul, right?
Yep. All right. Zach Wilson is the New York Jets quarterback in 2021.
Can I say something? So someone pointed out that I said I liked Fields better. Yes, I do like Fields better. I think he has the talent. I think he is the better quarterback. But for the Jets purposes, I think they might go Wilson. That's my thought. I think I like Fields much better. But overall, I think Wilson will be the pick for the Jets. That's just how I feel. But like, again, I think both quarterbacks can blow up in this league. It just has to be the good coaching. And I think both of these quarterbacks would be a slam dunk pick for them. Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, of course. So everybody in the chat, listen, we're going to go through every single scenario. We're going to go through drafting Zach Wilson, and then who we're going to take at 23. And then we're going to do a Justin Fields mock. And then we're going to do a Sam Darnold mock. And we're going to try to trade down. So everybody in the chat, we're going to get to each and every one of you guys.
A lot of people in the chat are saying that Pro Football Network, you can do trades for free. Like three different people said that.
I heard that the Dolphins just made a trade for Isaiah Wilson, tackle.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Dolphins. Cool. All right, TD.
There's a lot of news.
I'm about to get the chat angry, man.
All right, so who are we taking at 23 if we draft Zach Wilson?
I'm taking the same guy at 23, no matter who the quarterback is, if he's there, and that's AVT from USC.
AVT from USC. Let us know why, Jack.
He's pretty much universally thought of as the best interior lineman of this draft class, and that's what we need. So I see signing Thuney and AVT in the draft at 23, and then all of a sudden our offensive line is pretty solid, man.
Yeah, so J.C. Horn's off the board. And
that sucks. I want J.C. Horn at 23.
Yeah, I think it's a stretch for him to fall to 23.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to fall to 23. I would love Horn at 23. But I think that knowing Joe Douglas's mindset, I think AVT is going to be the pick because, like you said, he's the best interior offensive lineman in the draft. Getting him at 23 is extremely valuable. You pair him up with George Fant on that right side, or if you don't even get Joe Thuney and he'll be our starting left guard next year, I'm okay with that. Ali, are you okay with Elijah Vera Tucker?
Yeah, I mean that's a good pick, Jack. And I think that's a need for the Jets. And all these are needs. A cornerback who a lot of people want, J.C. Horn. I want him too, but I don't know if he's going to fall that far. That's also a need, and obviously this Elijah is a very popular name as well. So I think that'd be a perfect fit for the Jets.
Facts. And also, guys, if you guys are interested in hearing Jack and I's mock draft for the first round, we go through every single pick in the first round, all 32 picks. That link is down below in the description. It is on my other YouTube channel called Touchdown Kingdom. Here's the thumbnail. As you guys can tell from the thumbnail, we got Zach Wilson headed to New York. We also have a new mock draft 3.0 coming out sometime this week. And in that mock draft, we actually do one where we trade down with the Panthers and we keep Sam Darnold. So we're trying to do every single option out there. The first one, we did Justin Fields to the Jets. Second one, we got Zach Wilson to the Jets. Third one, we're doing a trade down. So we're trying to go through each scenario for the Jets. And obviously, we're predicting all the picks for all 32 teams. So if you guys are interested, check it out on Touchdown Kingdom. The link is down below in the description. And if you guys are not subscribed to Touchdown Kingdom, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys do. Thank you guys so much. So we're going to take Elijah Vera Tucker, and that's going to do it for the first round mock draft. And then I should go on Pro Football Network so we can do trades, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't mind Jalen Phillips at 23 either, the edge rusher. I like him there. I think the Jets need an edge rusher, obviously. So,
For sure.
I think that would be a good pick at 23 as well, because we haven't had a pass rusher since John Abraham. That was a long, long time ago. So,
what do you mean, bro? We have Jabari Zuniga, who's going to be a beast.
Relax, dude. Relax.
Let's say that. I mean, we're all saying that we're gonna, support who the quarterback is, who Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas trust. So let's say that guy is Sam Darnold. Let's say we trade back with a team like the Carolina Panthers.
I think we lost Jack.
Or Fields or whoever they want to draft. Oh, wait,
we
now
got him back.
You're back.
It's Jack
this
time. It's Jack this time, buzzing in and out.
Picking it up from?
Yeah, Jack, you're bugging out. You don't like us. All right. We're gonna do the Pro Football Network now. See if we can get it. There we go.
We got Frozen Jack.
Frozen Jack, indeed. All right, so let's do 3 rounds this time.
Let's go.
Or 2. No, let's do. Yeah, we'll do 3. Why not?
Let's have some fun.
Yeah, to be honest, I still got to do homework on the late round picks.
Yeah, me too. I'm getting there.
I'm so into basketball. Obviously, I could do my homework on the Jets, but like the Knicks, man, they're just making me fall in love with basketball, even though I'm already in love with basketball. I'm just like so into the Knicks. And for those guys that don't know, I have a Knicks channel, so I'm putting a lot of work over there. So, all right, we're picking the Jets. We're going to do 3 rounds. And we can do a trade. All right, so, we have a trade offer already. So the Dolphins wants to give us their 3rd pick 18.
For who?
And a 2nd round. What? I think that's a no-brainer, bro. What?
That was a terrible trade.
Why the hell would they do that?
What? We're moving down 1 spot, and we're getting their 18th pick and the 2nd. No, they're doing this to move up a spot. I think, guys.
I would do that. Like you would do that.
I kind of want to decline it just because of how unrealistic it is.
It's very unrealistic.
I mean, you guys want me to accept this? I mean, as a GM, yes, you accept this, but when it comes to realistic,
no. See who they're gonna pick with the 2, with the 2nd pick. See who they pick, and then just restart this thing. I'm curious of what this simulator wants us to do.
Yeah, I'm accepting that.
Jamar Chase.
They took Jamar. All right, guys. And then we got another pretty trade offer.
If I'm a Dolphins fan and that just happened, like, what do they think? We're trying to draft Jamar Chase. They could get him the next pick.
Yeah. So So now the Jets have the 3rd pick, the 18th pick, and their 2nd next year. And now we had another offer. The Carolina Panthers wants the 3rd pick, and we're gonna get moved down to the 8th, and we're gonna get a 39th. So we're accepting that. We're moving down again, boys. They wanted Justin Fields.
So I'm thinking Sam Darnold's a quarterback here.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Are we trading down again?
Let's go, baby. No. You got to stay.
All right,
Maybe
reject
he'll be
it.
there at
Enough with
10.
these.
Maybe he'll be there at 10. But if we get this 8th pick, this is what I was saying before I lagged out. It's got to be Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, this is obviously the Sam Darnold scenario because we just traded down like crazy.
But look at
take
what we
Pitts.
got. Like, look at what we can get. I mean, I know the
You
first
take
trade was
Pitts.
crazy, unrealistic, but like, that,
take
you know,
Pitts.
like,
All right, guys. So this is the Sam Darnold scenario. We're taking Pitts.
Yeah,
We're getting a
and I'm
dynamic.
fine with that.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine
You
with
still
that.
got AVT at 23, and then you got the 34th pick. Like,
Whoa,
what's
whoa,
going
whoa, whoa,
on?
whoa! We have the 18th pick. Don't forget.
Oh, stop it.
All right, we're not doing any more trades. Get away from it. All right. All right, we're taking J.C. Horn at 18.
Let's go.
I
That's the
think.
pick.
I think.
That's
I
the
think
pick.
so. All right,
That's the
guys,
pick.
bear with us. We know this is a little unrealistic, but let us have
Or
some fun.
Queety Pay, though, man, the edge rusher.
No, we gotta
Oh,
take
no.
JC Horn, dude.
J.C. Horn.
That's the guy.
And then we can still take Quiddy Pay if we wanted to.
But it's AVT. It's AVT.
All right, so is it AVT or is it Quiddy Pay?
I
Or
don't think Quiddy's going to be down that far, to be honest with you.
We do need an edge rusher. Bad,
know.
like badly.
But dude, like,
And all these mock drafts are going to be so much different after the free agency because we don't know
Yeah.
which positions we tackle. I think it's Quiddy Pay. I think if he's available
Yeah,
at 23.
edge rusher. Yeah.
All right, we're taking Quiddy Pay. So we definitely got to tackle offensive line in the second round.
Yep.
And all right, guys. So far, where's our?
Another trade.
No, we're not trading anymore, bro. Get away from me. All right, with the 34th pick,
or
Mac Jones is still available.
Wyatt Davis.
All right, guys. This doesn't have to be a Sam Darnold scenario. We can get Mac Jones in the second round.
Wait, who did Trey Lance go to?
Trey Lance went early. Oh, the Giants. What? All right. Peace out, Danny Dimes. It was a good run. All right. So at 34, who do we got, guys?
I think it's Davis.
Wyatt Davis.
Wyatt
I
Davis.
think it's Wyatt Davis.
Wyatt Davis. Easy.
That's
Easy
too
pick.
easy. All right. So we got our offensive lineman. We got our edge rusher. And we got another trade offer that's rejecting because we already made this a little too unrealistic. Okay. So now
You gotta get a wide receiver here.
I don't know,
All right.
dude. Leatherwood or Jenkins looks pretty cute.
I would take Terrence Marshall, wide receiver out of LSU.
Leatherwood or Jenkins.
I don't know, man. Richie Grant has a sick name. Could be Richie Grant.
Terrace Marshall, though, I saw him as a projected first rounder the other day. So
Yeah, Marshall is the pick. I feel.
Let's read his scouting reports. Will be coming. Okay,
It's
not
Marshall.
there yet.
it is March, though.
If,
Yeah,
if
what
he's
the hell?
available there and we have that pick, you gotta take Marshall. He's
What do you guys think in the chat? Who you guys want with this pick? This is the 39th pick. We acquired this via trade.
via like 10 trades.
I think it's Marshall as well. Wait, so we got Kyle Pitts, J.C. Horn, Quiddy Pay, and now okay. Is it Marshall? Yeah, it's Marshall. Yeah, man, Marcus Maye, he got the tag. We got pumped up. If you guys want to see our live reaction, just go back in time. I mean, go back to the beginning because we found out right as we went live, which is awesome. All right, so now we're going to the third round, and we're going to have 2 more picks. We should just become freaking GMs, man. Look at this.
I probably look so stupid right now. My mic in my face. I'm trying to type.
You look fine, dude.
Yeah, you're fine. You're beautiful. All right, guys. 66
guys.
pick. All right, so which position? I think we should go back to the defense. Robert Saleh wants to bring in somebody. Could it be See, this is where I'm not too familiar with the players yet.
Yeah, nah, this is where I check out as well.
Joe, we know this is unrealistic. We're just having fun here. Just go with the flow.
Yeah, we didn't expect it, guys. Maybe we should just X out now and just do the first 2.
Let's reboot it.
Yeah, you reboot it. Yeah.
All right, so can we sim to end? All right,
Refresh it. Yeah.
I'm just gonna pick freaking a running back, Michael Carter,
Yeah, get it running back. Yeah.
because I kind of want to see the results. I think it's gonna be mad funny. All right, guys, we know this is unrealistic, but bear with us. We just want to have some fun. And then the last,
Just restart it. The restart button's right there.
I know, but I want to see the results. We're taking a defensive tackle. We're taking Bobby Brown. Let's go, Bobby. Look at this name. Adedukumbo.
Can we just do this every live? This is actually fun.
Yeah. Oh my God, we had another pick. How many picks do we have? And we have a trade offer every single time, man.
Yeah, because we traded like 4 picks in the first
All right, we're taking another tackle. All right, guys, bear with us. We're gonna restart from the top. I just wanted it to see our results. You know what I mean? And the last picks I just pick randomly, so that's not really the thing we should actually take. All right, finally, Kyle Trask to. All right, so this is the results. We got Kyle Pitts, J.C. Horn, Kwity Paye, Wyatt Davis.
Just stop right there. Just stop right there. That's money. That's money.
Yeah, we're not getting that 18th pick
with
though. That's
Sammy D slinging the rock, baby.
Yeah, that's all right. We're starting a new sim. That's the unrealistic version. Let's do the first 2 rounds, or should we still do 3? Yeah, let's do 3. Why not? All right, so now we're gonna make this realistic.
All right, let's not get a stupid trade this time.
Okay, so
let's do this.
This is a realistic trade, actually. So they were moving. The Eagles are moving up to 2. We get their 6th, we get their 2nd round pick, and we get their 3rd round pick, and we get 2 2nd round picks next year.
Yeah, I would accept that.
I think that's realistic.
Let's see if we could, what kind of quarterback we could get at 6.
This is a realistic trade, guys. This is it.
I'm curious to see who's there at 6 quarterback.
We have 3 offers. Kind of want to see all 3.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the Dolphins. Like
no, don't do the Dolphins.
No,
so stupid.
Oh, this is the Carolina scenario. We go to 8.
That too. I like that.
We get their 2nd round pick, which is higher. Pick 113, I think is
I'm
the
taking
4th
that
round,
one just because of the 20.
And we get a
first.
Yeah, and we get a 1st and a 2nd next year.
A 1st and a 2nd as opposed to 2 seconds.
All right, guys. So what do you guys think? Is it the Panthers or is it the Eagles?
I like the Eagles. I think he'll do it with the Eagles.
Panthers or Eagles, guys? Let us know. I say Panthers, to be honest, but Miami's just too unrealistic, even though that's obviously the best offer. But they're not going to offer the 3rd and 18th pick to move up 1 spot to draft a wide receiver that's going to be there at the 3rd pick.
So the Eagles, we're trading back to 6, so we have a better pick there instead of 8, and we're giving up pick 107 for this. And this one, we're not giving up anything, and we're just giving up the 2nd pick. We get the 8th pick, 39.
I think we're just gonna have to offer that one pick. I think that I don't think we're just gonna give a pick 2 and get all that haul. I just don't think.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna do this because I think that this is definitely realistic. We're doing the Carolina.
They want Zach Wilson,
and they took Zach
Wilson.
All
right, Jalen Waddle to Miami.
Oh, Justin Fields to the Lions.
All right, guys. So we're at 8. Jamar Chase is on the board. I guess we're doing another Sam Darnold scenario, guys. So strap in.
I mean, dude, when you're a GM and you're like, all right, you can give up the 2nd pick for the 8th pick, the 39th pick, the 100-something pick, and then an additional 1st round pick next year, and an additional 2nd round pick next year. I don't understand how you don't say yes to that. Like, no matter
and Douglas saying he wants to build through the draft.
Feel about Zach Wilson or Justin Fields or whoever's available, I don't know how as a GM you say no to that, to be honest. Like, that's kind of a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, so who's the pick here? Is it Chase or Pitts, or is it even Trey Lance if you want to take a quarterback?
If it's me, I'm going Pitts still, man. I think he's like
I go
really
Trey.
I think he's really going to be something.
I go Trey Lance.
You like Trey Lance as our generational franchise quarterback?
Damn.
If they trade down, that means they're looking at either, first of all, developing Sam Darnold, or they think Trey Lance or Mac Jones is the answer at quarterback and not Justin Fields and Zach Wilson. So, I mean, we already did a Sam Darnold thing, so I was like, Trey Lance.
Well, if we're not doing the Sam Darnold scenario, we're staying at 2 and taking Fields or Wilson. Even though they could easily, I know they easily could trade down and get Lance or Mac Jones. You never know. But in this case, we're going to take Jamar Chase because last time we took Kyle Pitts. I think Jamar Chase is going to be a dynamic receiver. I'm down to see this scenario. All right, so Jamar Chase is a New York Jet. Everyone go buy the jerseys. Kyle Pitts to Jacksonville. Ooh, I'm Trevor Lawrence tonight. Right. All right.
All right, who's available?
All right, no more. We're keeping. Oh, well, let's see. We have 2 offers. Nope, that's not happening. And see, this is a trade that Joe Douglas would do right here. We moved down 9 spots to get another 3rd rounder. Like, this is something Douglas would do, but we're not Douglas.
I don't really like that, to be honest, though, because I really want a lineman at 23, and I feel like
Gotta take a
I
line.
don't know, man.
If
It's
that
gotta
guy,
be AVT, man. If AVT is not a Jet, I'm gonna be so sad.
All right, so we got Jamar Chase in the 1st round. Now, our other 1st round pick via the Seattle Seahawks. Thank you so much, Jamal Adams. We appreciate you. Yeah, so I guess it's AVV.
AVT. Yeah.
AVT.
AVT.
All right, so I think we got an extra 2nd round pick to play with. So now we got to go defense for sure.
Got look at
Zaven
edge,
Collins
maybe.
is still there. You see, this is where it's going to get interesting because the inside linebacker position for the Jets, CJ Mosley's there. Do we trust him? Do we want to get a future middle linebacker? Because I don't think we realize how important a middle linebacker is for defensive purposes. Literally the quarterback of the defense. Do we take Zaven Collins, who is arguably one of the best interior linebackers for the defense? Because that's not a need, but it's something that, I don't know, man.
Bolton as well. I was just doing a bit of research. I was just doing a bit of research on Bolton for the mock draft, and he seems like he can blitz off the edge and play more interior linebacker as well. So that'd be cool. As well as Jalen Phillips. I like that pick as well. I like edge rusher at 34.
Yeah.
Carlos Basham.
What do you guys think? What do you think of Lee?
Oh man, I do think we have to go edge rusher here. I think we did go offense already, so I think it's an edge rusher, and I would take. I don't know who we take. I like Perkins a lot.
Jets can have 4 first-round picks. They could, man.
It's tough. This is a tough pick.
Damn. I don't know, man.
But Collins is really, really good.
Like, I see Wyatt Davis, but we already got our interior offensive lineman in Elijah Vera Tucker. So we do not need Wyatt Davis. So I think the answer is going to be edge rusher.
Yeah.
Or is there any? Yeah, there's no.
That'd be the most Joe Douglas thing ever, though, to save the money on Thuney and just draft 2 guards and just stick them in there.
Yeah, that would be.
That would be savage.
Are we doing that? I'm down. Now we need defense. He needs an edge rusher. If we want to be dominant with Robert Saleh, he needs to get an edge rusher, and we don't have one right now. We don't know who we're going to get in free agency. Obviously, that's going to take a big toll on what we take, but I think it's Jalen Phillips.
Yep.
Yeah,
I like that pick.
And we got the 39th pick because we traded down, so we're back up. This is not happening, even though this is that's nope. Buffalo, right? No.
Right. We're gonna let the Bills move up for someone they like.
All right, so I think we got to go corner now.
Yeah, now we're into some names that I'm like completely unfamiliar with.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think we should take corner? And if so, who do you guys see here that you guys like? Or even
I would take wide receiver, man. I would take Terrence Marshall.
We already got Jamar Chase.
I mean, pack that wide receiver group, man.
Yeah, but like we need corners. I mean, if we're gonna take Jamar Chase in the first round, we gotta really. I wouldn't take a receiver until later in the round.
Let me see the cornerbacks that are available.
Terrace Marshall, Samuel, or Asante.
Asante Samuel is really good. I
Yeah,
like him.
no, I've definitely heard about him.
Greg Newsome is pretty good too.
We can get Trill Williams from Cuse, baby. Represent. Go Orange.
Looks like the chat wants Asante, so most of them.
All right, it's Asante. Asante Samuel Jr., welcome to Robert Sala's defense.
All right, let's see it.
All right, so now we got 2 third-rounders.
So what do we have so far? We have Jamar Chase. We have Elijah Vera Tucker. We have Jalen Phillips at 34. 39, which is, not going to happen probably, but 39, who'd we take? Who'd we just take?
Took an edge.
Corner.
We took a
Asante.
corner in the corner. Asante.
Yes.
All right, so I'm down to go running back in round 3.
I like Gainwell is dope as hell, dude. I love Gainwell. I know it might be a reach, but Gainwell is really good.
I think we can get him with our later second round, if anything. What about Jared Patterson from Buffalo, Jack?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I think we wait until the 7th round and we scoop Jared Patterson, and he's just going to be a workhorse.
Yeah, so I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? What position should we tackle? Wow, we had the 66th pick. That's so sick. That's so fire. Let's take a kicker. Jose Borgalalas. I don't know, man. I got to do my research on the later rounds. What tackles are available? We got these are the tackles available.
I guess any of them will do.
I think we already got an edge. We got a corner. We got a receiver. We could even go tight end now. I don't know any of these guys. I heard that this tight end class is kind of like it's Pitts, and then it's like Deontay Brown beefing up the interior offensive line even more.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Is it?
I really like Gainwell. I don't know if he'll drop.
We can probably get him later, though.
I don't know.
A linebacker?
Yeah, the best player available right here, Dylan Moses, linebacker from Alabama.
I mean, because we have so many other holes that we don't really think about it, but who knows what CJ Mosley is going to be like. I think
Exactly.
Linebacker is definitely a position we should be drafting this year at some point in the draft.
No doubt.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind another cornerback.
Yeah, that too. Man, I gotta do homework on these guys, and then I can have a better approach with this draft for sure.
It's so hard, man. I don't know how people do it getting into these rounds.
I've done it every single year, but I've never done it this year yet because I got to do it. What
I'm honestly just focused on free agency right now. That's what I'm focused on.
Yeah, exactly. Free agency is next week. Next time we have Monday Night Sports Talk, free agency will be in 2 days. So, all right, guys, we're gonna
negotiating period starts, so that'll be pretty dope.
Oh yeah, true. All right, so, all right, what's our gut telling us?
Is it best player available?
Deontay Brown is.
I think it's Moses, man. I think it's linebacker.
Yeah, linebacker is an unpopular pick, but I definitely agree with Jack that they're definitely going to draft one. And not everyone's going to think we should, but I think we will.
I mean, if we're in a situation like this where we're really stuck on who to get, then I think you go best player available at a position we need.
Yeah.
So I would go linebacker here,
Yeah.
Although we do
Yeah,
need
Take
like
Moses.
Jordan Smith is nice. We already got our edge rusher though.
Take Moses.
Yeah, I think Moses is the pick. Not a lot of people are going to be down for it, but
I'm super down for it, man.
CJ Mosley, former Alabama, so we can
CJ
develop
Mosley,
him.
Dylan Moses. All right.
All right, so we're back at the 86th pick. Oh man, all the running backs are gone.
I told you he was gone.
We should got Chuba.
They went like 2 picks after. Like 3 picks after.
Bro, I'm telling you, we got Jared Patterson in the last round, dude. I'm telling you. Jared Patterson.
Well, this
He's
is
good.
just a
He's
third
good.
round mock. So, all right, I think with the last third round pick, we are going to take
Corner.
another corner, but there's not really one available that I like. I also think that we're going to draft another defensive lineman, and people are going to be like, "Why?" And we're going to be like, "Well,
because that's how you maintain depth.
exactly." That's
And
what I'm saying. There's going to be picks where people
have a ton of picks. You use them.
Agreed.
You trade them back for more picks, more picks, more picks.
Yeah,
Sam
like let's
Darnold.
trade this down.
Sam Darnold, more picks. Sam Darnold, more picks. Sam Darnold, more picks.
All right, so we're gonna take a tackle here to get depth at that spot. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna beef up the offensive line. You guys agree?
Yeah, I could roll with that.
Get some depth behind Mackay and George Fant.
I could roll with that.
Maybe this could be our future right tackle. You never know.
Yeah.
We're gonna take Jackson Carman, Clemson, and I think that's it. All right, so let's see the results.
I think this is a pretty solid draft as well.
This chat
This
is active.
was fun. This is fun. We're gonna do this more often leading up to the draft, where we actually have more knowledge.
You get a crazy player like Jamar Chase.
All right, guys. So this is the simulation where we keep Sam, we trade back, we get Carolina's first round pick next year, Carolina's second round pick next year. We got their 39th pick. So we take Jamar Chase, AVT, Jalen Phillips, Sante Samuel, Moses, Carman. All right. Those are our results.
Solid, man.
Who knows what will happen, but
with Sam the man at QB.
Sam the man. All right, guys, that's going to do it for Monday Night Sports Talk. We appreciate everybody staying in to the end. This is a longer stream, but we want to do a mock draft for you guys. We have breaking news about Marcus Maye getting franchise tag, which was awesome. If you guys did not hit that thumbs up button, please make sure you do so. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in, and you guys are all lovely people in the chat. And yeah, anything else you guys want to say before we finish it off?
This was fun. I enjoyed the simulator, and yeah, we'll be doing it again leading up to the draft. It's gonna be a crazy month or so ahead of us. So yeah, man, just really getting there. We're starting to get into the actual nitty gritty of the off season now. So
about damn time.
It's fun. We got a month or two of fun stuff ahead before the lull of the beginning of summer, and then we got training camp, baby. So it's all going to be here before we know it. We're going to be watching a Robert Saleh coached Jets team way before we know it, guys. It's going to be fun.
Yes, sir. And a week from today, we're going to get really into our deep predictions of free agency because Monday is where opens up and people can start negotiating. So we're going to have our predictions on who the Jets are going to sign. So stay tuned for next week. Anything else you got to say, Ali?
I mean, obviously today was a little bit rough, but it was fun. But you'll see us improve every week. So, we'll get to know a little bit more about what we get in free agency, and that will help our draft picks a little bit and the trade offers and stuff as well. So, there's a lot of content coming up, a lot of offseason, a lot of news for the Jets. So I'm excited. We'll see you guys next week.
Facts. Let's go, Marcus Maye. Welcome back, brother. All right, guys. Peace out. Let's go, Jets.